Hi guys, it's Maddie here. I just wanted to drop in with a video. I've been doing a little bit of research on what we've got coming up in the next couple of months with Facebook and Instagram. You might have heard that there's new big changes coming. So I kind of put everything together and I just thought I'd catch up with you all and let you know what I've kind of find out. So bear with me because I've made loads of notes. I didn't forget anything. So I feel a bit newsreader-esque kind of looking at my big load of notes here. So first up, Facebook's going to have a total overhaul of the news feed. So it's going to be a lot more kind of simple looking. It is going to be a lot harder to, sadly, as we know, get into people's news feed. It's been getting worse and worse and worse for engagement and stuff like that, which I'll go into in a minute. So in terms of Facebook, some of you might know this already, but it rewards things a little bit differently. So likes are okay. Reactions are better than likes. So if you can get like a love or a shock or a wow, angry, or obviously don't try and make people angry, but if you've got things that you can share to like drive a reaction from people, you will do better on Facebook than just getting likes off people. Comments are even better. Shares are even better again. Shares with comments. So if your followers share posts and then their friends comment on it, it just tells Facebook algorithms that your content's really good and really meaningful and it's really engaging. Also, if people share it in Messenger as well. A note on comments, reply to all of your comments. So even if it's just to say, if someone says, "Oh, that's amazing," or "Those nails are beautiful," just thank you, like, "How are you? I hope you're well," that kind of stuff. Again, everything's just driving engagement and showing that your posts are engaging, basically. What they are going to do, which I think is really, really cool. So supposedly coming up with, they've got organic targeting. Some people have seen this now already. So you'll know that if you've ever run an ad for your business, you'll get the option to target. What they are looking to do, or they are bringing in with some people, is where you get the drop down where it says public on your posts, drop that down and you will at some point get options to target, which is just amazing. So you're not paying for this. It's just going to target. We know that it only, your posts at the moment, they're only going to between 1.6 to 2% of your followers, which is just crazy. So it's better for you if the small amount of people that do see it are people who are more likely to buy from you or book appointments with you. It's going to continue to reduce. So as we know, there are so many businesses on Facebook and there's only so much space in a news feed. So it is becoming like prime real estate and people are spending more and more and more money to get eyeballs on them, basically. So the organic reach will just continue to reduce. So you can't really rely on organic reach as a means to grow your business. It's just not going to cut it anymore. Unless you're making like insanely good content constantly, or you're an amazing marketer and writing copy that's just like insanely good. Paid ads are going to be the way forward. But to be fair, Facebook has the best return on investment if you do really good targeting anyway. Much cheaper than if you ran like a radio ad, billboard ad, newspaper ad, that kind of thing that's going out to everyone and half of them aren't even going to be, well, like 90% of them aren't even going to be your target market. So it's all about the targeting and the return on investment for the cost of your advertising. So there will be smaller photos for organic posts. So you used to be able to have photos that were just massive and they would take up kind of all of someone's news feed, to stop them scrolling. That's going to go. They're going to be made smaller and you'll only get 3 lines of text at the beginning. So you need to really make sure that you're grabbing people's attention in the first line of text. Boosts. So I hear there's loads. Do I boost a post, I'll get the notification saying reach so many thousand people with a couple of quid or whatever. So boosts have quite low conversion. They tend to show it to just people who are online, so it can then go, oh yeah, look, a bunch of people have seen it. But if it doesn't convert to paying customers, then really, like, what's the point? Like, it's kind of a waste of your ad spend. I would just say something. I got a good bit of advice on this from Nikki Hesford, who's absolutely amazing. She's the queen of Facebook ads. And what she likened Boost into was a bit like if you do your online shopping, you put your money in someone else's hands, so they go and pick your fruit and veg for you. They're not necessarily going to pick the fruit and veg that you would pick, like the freshest, most amazing, like juicy, ripe fruit. They're just going to put in stuff that they need to get rid of. So think of it the same way, and thanks Nikki, because that's a really, really good analogy that I use all the time. Think about it the same way when it comes to boosts compared to a targeted ad spend, which is you spending your money the way you want to spend it. Facebook groups, so at the minute, supposedly it's only 6.5% of people that are seeing it. So if you do have a group, it is better engagement definitely than your page, so it is a good way to go. I'll get onto it in a moment, but they're going to change the desktop site, like I said before, and groups are going to become more prominent. So it might be an idea, if you don't already, to maybe look into having a group for your kind of salon or business. They will be more prominent, and they'll be one of the first things that pops up. Also, people are going to get suggested groups dropped into their feeds a lot more than what they do now. There will also be a feed full of groups, which, to be fair, I'm going to spend all my time in, because news feeds, to me, there's not a lot of great stuff in there that I want, but I absolutely love Facebook groups. I love all the ones that I'm in. I love my 2 groups. I'm in a bunch of hair and salon groups, and actually that's where I prefer to be on Facebook. But it's trying to build this whole community thing. That's kind of where they're going, is that people are being part of these little groups and communities, so that's what they should be seeing first. Throttling, so you might not have heard of this, but you may have noticed that after certain posts you might have got quite good engagement, and then it's just completely gone, it's dropped right back. So that's what I call throttling. It's where Facebook just pull back your reach. What can cause it? Basically, if it thinks you're being spammy and you're not being engaging, so it doesn't really like external links. So what I've just started doing now is I've taken my booking link off my posts from a business. I'll either just put it in the comments, or I'll just put something in it to say, like, drop us a line, or, give us a shout if you want to know more. It's really clever though. Facebook's super, super clever, and it knows kind of certain words that seem spammy. Also things like contests, like and share, tag a friend, all that kind of stuff is just going to get your engagement pulled back. And running contests, which I know a lot of people use to build their following, but just be really, really careful. There's words that you can use to get around it. Again, thanks Nikki for those tips that you sent me. There are kind of phrases that you can use to try and circumvent the algorithm from going, oh, wait a minute, you're just trying to kind of get tons and tons of likes and engagement on that. So just be really conscious of the kind of words that you're using. I know that every marketer ever says you need to have a call to action, you need to have a book now button, but we have book now buttons on Facebook as long as you've set it up. So really it's kind of trying to get them to go there, or just to message you, rather than just in the actual body of the post being like, please book in, and this is how you do it, kind of thing. Instagram, you might have heard that they've removed likes in, I think it's 7 countries at the moment. That is supposed to be getting rolled out everywhere. I don't know, on all of these kind of things, this isn't 100%. This is just kind of what I've heard and what I've seen doing a bit of research. So if some stuff doesn't happen, don't shoot me. I'm just trying to give you a heads up of what might be on the horizon. So removal of likes, the user, the person whose profile it is, whether it's personal or business, will still see them, but other people won't. What apparently you'll see is if your mutual friends have liked it, a bit like if you go on someone's profile now on Instagram, it'll say this friend and this friend follows them. So it's, what will happen is, at the moment, for social proof, which I've spoke about in my group before, which is it's what people use to go, oh, my friend likes them and all these other people like them, so they must be good because I can see that other people are doing it. So it's kind of what people do. We lead by other people's kind of behaviour, I guess. That will go with likes, because at the moment people look at content and go, wow, it's got like 1,000 likes, it must be amazing, and this page must be amazing, and that's going to go out the window. Supposedly is the reason behind it is to do with especially younger people and kind of influencer world and stuff. People are really basing their value on likes, and it's just pretty dangerous, and like mental health wise it's not particularly great to be constantly chasing this number, and it drives people to buy them and fake it, and it's just, again, it's getting away from the engaging, like, meaningful content that Facebook and Instagram want. What will probably happen is there'll be a drop in likes, because people won't like it if they don't see their like appearing, if that makes sense. So people now, for social proof, will look to the comments. So think about when you're posting your content, does this drive a comment? So am I asking questions? Am I getting opinions? So anything that will just make them comment without just basically saying, comment below if you X, Y, and Z, because again, they're going to click onto that. low quality images, so apparently images that are just not particularly sharp and crisp and that kind of thing, will be removed from explore page and from hashtag searches. So everyone needs to up their game when it comes to Instagram. It's really, really visual, and again, there's just a massive competition, so you need to get your photos absolutely spot on. Apparently users only see 30% of the feed, so whatever's, there's miles and miles and miles of feed, they might only see that in any given day. So again, be really conscious of what you put out. Don't put content out for content's sake. Make sure it's really, really good, engaging content. Instagram TV, I did my first one yesterday, which was so exciting. It was just literally a time lapse of me getting my hair done. Shout out to Tash and my salon who did it, who's absolutely amazing. We just did like a time lapse, literally. I mean, we were there for like 4 hours, 5 hours. Time lapse, a couple of videos, like before, in all the stages, one after. Obviously, got to get that last shine line kind of video. Engagement is crazy, so much better than videos even. So many people saw it. It was dropping in feeds straight away. So IGTV is the way to go. If you don't have your face on, that's fine. Get someone to film your hands if you do nails or treatments, that kind of thing. Or sped up. I wasn't really bothered about it because you just see me go blah, 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 blah. We didn't feel like one video. I just put it away. I just put it on a stand, on a little tripod thing, and just set it away. I edited it in iMovie, and then just posted it. It was a few minutes long, but really, really good feedback. Again, that will be seen, but more than even just videos in your feed, more than photos. I think live is pretty much the only thing that will get better interaction than IGTV. But if you do an IGTV, it'll give you the option to put it in your feed, do that, and then it's kind of double bubble. You get people in the story and you get people finding you from the feed, and then it doesn't disappear. They can just kind of keep going back to it. Okay, it's been 11 minutes. I'll crack on the last couple of bits. So Facebook owns Instagram now and WhatsApp. The whole focus, you've heard me say it a million times, probably is meaningful, engaging content. There is a thing that Facebook have got called Creator Studio, and it's on desktop. And what you can do now is you can actually go into there and you can make content to share it between Facebook, Instagram, which you weren't able to do without kind of external stuff like Buffer and Hootsuite and that kind of thing. So they just all the time, Facebook go, you're leaving our app to do something else, bring it in here, we'll bring it into our platform. So as long as your Instagram is linked to Facebook, you'll be able to do it from the desktop, which you get through Facebook Creator Studio. You can also, apparently, I've not even been in it yet, but you can log into your Instagram DMs as well. What is going to happen soon, I don't know if it's next year maybe, is they're going to integrate Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM and WhatsApp onto one app and one desktop app. So all of your messages are in the same place. Again, they're just trying to keep you for as long as possible with Facebook. The last sort of thing I would say is build your lists. There have been pages, I was just reading this morning about meme pages with like over 1 million followers on Instagram just shut down with no reason, no kind of explanation really. The sort of reasoning behind it, I guess, is that they're saying it violates standards because they're using content that isn't there, so they're kind of sharing other memes or they're making them out of stuff that other people own, kind of thing. And these people will have been monetizing that, like 1 million followers, sponsored stories, sponsored posts, that kind of thing. So I guess the key is don't rely on social media. We don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what would happen. If yours got deleted and you didn't have access to anyone, especially if you've got a paper diary. Anyone who knows me knows my absolute undying love for a booking system and having all your clients' details on hand. So even not just your clients, what I'm actually going to start doing now is getting leads contact emails. So I do it with my coaching with Boss Your Salon. So I have all the email addresses obviously for people in my paid group because I get them through PayPal. But also I've got them in exchange for, I give freebies and stuff like that to build my list. Because if my group disappeared, I need to be able to contact all of the people in it. Think about the same for your customers. So if people express an interest or if they pop in for a consultation or, if there's anything you can create like a cheat sheet or freebie or a step-by-step guide or anything like that, that you can get in exchange for email addresses and just keep building that list. Even if you don't use it, even if you don't send newsletters, if that's not your thing, you need to have something as a backup, because if your social media goes and your business completely relies on that, you are going to be screwed. So loads to think about. As always, I hope you can understand me and I don't speak too fast. If there's anything you want to ask or whatever, comment underneath. If you've heard anything different, by all means let me know. I'd love to hear. Or any other kind of scoop that you might have got on changes, if you've seen any, because they tend to roll it out in what's the word I'm thinking of, kind of intervals. So some people get stuff first, some people don't. So if you've noticed any changes, let me know in the comments. That's all. Have a great day, guys. See you later. Bye.